was actually at the end of the summer thinking about stopping with the whole podcasting. That 30 days I would have maybe already stopped that point. I had decided on it, but I was not acting on it. I felt that I just needed something out of my comfort zone or out of my ordinary routine to get me to shift my focus. I was back to finding my energy or finding my reasons to pursue path of the podcast and the career guidance platform. It protected my focus or protected my belief in the whole project. There's not a single moment in your day that you consciously decide to not take in any information. That's why meditation has been really nice.
Okay, man. So I actually wanted to sit down with you because recently you participated to my 30 days bootcamp challenge.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know what was the state of mind that you were into before you joined the bootcamp? What are the challenges that actually led you to see value into such a thing before joining?
So just to give a bit of context, I 1 year ago I started doing a podcast where I interviewed people about their jobs, about their career, and my plan was always to build from that podcast a career guidance platform for students and young professionals.
Yeah,
that was always the plan. And then I had a very rocky summer because things happened. I was actually about to take a next step, then some things did not go through, so I was not able to take the next step. And I was actually at the end of the summer thinking about stopping with the whole podcasting, exploring different paths. But then at the end of November, I was back to finding my energy or finding my reasons to pursue path of the podcast and the career guidance platform. But because I was still every day shifting between different choices, I felt that I just needed something out of my comfort zone or out of my ordinary routine to get me to shift my focus back, to gather my focus. And that's why I wanted to, and also just because you're a very nice guy. Yeah.
Thank you. So before actually we started the boot camp, so you had the realization, okay, I need something outside of my comfort zone. What are the clues that you saw, maybe through the conversation that we have here, the co-working space, maybe through my content, that you picked up and made you think, I think I should try this thing?
I think meditating has always been something I love doing sports. I used to read a lot when I was younger. I love spending time.
You're still young, by the way, but
when I was really young, when I was a kid, taking time for myself. It's actually something I really love, but it's not something. Definitely in that period, it was not something I was doing on a regular basis or really doing very consciously. And I didn't read anymore. All the sport I did was very rushed. It was just something I had to do, but it was not something I was taking time for. And that challenge was forcing me to take some time every day for myself. Was not always easy because I was also on vacation that month in Vietnam. Just make time for myself to really consciously decide to take time for myself and start meditating as well, because meditating was then something I always wanted to try out.
Yeah.
But I always thought that it should be something that I should be introduced to by someone who is more experienced with meditating than just doing it by myself.
Okay, but the thing is, here at Silver Square, when we meet each other and we discuss, mostly it's about, business, what I do, digital marketing and stuff like that. So would you say it's through the conversation that we had, or is it through my content that you kind of, because yes, I think I told you that I have a boot camp, but what is the data on which you actually, that was the base of you saying, oh, I should actually join this thing because of this? Is it the conversation that we had, or is it the
conversations? Yeah, I think just the energy you bring was something that really stuck with me. You have this big office space of 100, 200 people, and you're the only one always smiling and full of energy. So there's something up. So that's something that stuck with me. Then and it was just also very good timing. I was like really on the brink. I was at that moment. I already had decided for myself I wanted to put all my focus back into the podcast. It just didn't click yet. So I was thinking about it. I had decided on it, but I was not acting on it. So I just had to find something that's really pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
It was then your energy, and you also had a lot of momentum with you at that time.
Yeah, like the first conversation we had.
Yeah, I was like already, okay, wow, this guy is so yeah, your energy, the momentum, the timing, it was all of that. And then yeah, you post a lot of content, but
Yes.
it was because of your personal energy in real life. So that was really making me click. That is the thing that triggered me. Yeah.
So basically what I'm getting is I should stop posting content and I should just start talking to people all the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding, of course. But we like Silver Square give us that proximity that we can meet and talk, and then through that you actually realize things. Okay. So now it's been a moment now that we did the challenge, but I wonder, do you recall like a specific moment, or if you ever had even an aha moment of a certain understanding during the challenge? What was it?
So one of the tasks was doing the letter, writing the letter to all the people you had some kind of relationship with, your parents.
Yes, the release letters.
A release letter. I have very, very good memories of my childhood. My parents have raised me in a very, very good way.
That's wonderful, man.
Resilient way as well. But of course, there were some decisions in my childhood that I did not understand. For example, moving from Switzerland to Belgium. At that age, I was never understood it. But then, by writing that letter, I got way more appreciation for that decision, and in the way it shaped me. So that was actually quite nice. And then, yeah, I think the moment I have to be very honest, I did not consistently do this meditation every day. It just was a very busy month, but at some point when I got more consistent with it, there was like a feeling of I was looking forward to doing it, and that was something that, because I was looking forward to that moment of the day to do the meditation, I was like already like preparing myself, like just like doing a warm-up for a workout, and then when I got to that moment, I was able to like embrace it way more than in the beginning.
It becomes kind of your moment, right?
Yeah. And it becomes your moment. It becomes and then you are able to like really let yourself go, like let yourself loose in that moment or something. Yeah.
The boot camp happened. I know, like you're still working now on your project for the podcast that you wanted to put on the side in a way. Looking back, can you see, maybe not, but are you able to see how those 30 days may have helped you in your journey, so in some way, for shape or form, and if yes, how?
So the period just after those 30 days was actually way more rocky than I would have thought. So there were I was planning on launching my platform beginning of January. It was actually ready, but the whole process behind the platform was not ready. I was still doing the whole thing alone. I had to raise some capital to keep going, because at that moment I was like, working 3 to 4 days a week at events to keep everything running. So, but I would not have gotten through that rocky period of January, without that 30 days in December. Through the bootcamp, through the meditation, my focus actually, I recollected my focus. My focus and my dedication got tested so much in January that I was not really able to like use my full energy for the podcast and for the whole platform project. But without that 30 days, I would have maybe already stopped at that point. So it got me, it like protected my focus, or protected my belief in the whole project. So that's very nice. Yeah.
So now looking back, who would you say this bootcamp is for? Like, what are the characteristics of the people that would, for sure, according to your experience, benefit from the same bootcamp, and why?
When I just look at the people from my generation, so we have this whole in our generation we have been brought up in a period of time where everything goes so fast.
Yeah, you're 25.
25.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything goes so fast, and people either have this great urge to like create an impact. So that's why we have way more entrepreneurs in our generation compared to the generation before. Or people just really want to enjoy themselves. In either of those groups, you always have these people that are like still reliant on opinions of their friends, family, etc. I think those people are just in a constant state of non-decision. They're like just holding on to some things, or they're hesitating. And I think if you're in that period of if you're in that phase of your journey, whatever you want to do, I think this bootcamp is very good for you, because strong belief in your own decisions, your own power, and you take like
you basically recollect your power, go inside to make your choice based on what you actually aspire, rather than what your mom may have told you or your environment may have told you.
You become comfortable with your own thoughts, your own belief. You become comfortable with that, and you can see it as something that is independent and not dependent on other people's opinions or inputs or etc. Yeah. So I think for those people who are like constantly hesitating what they want to do, those are often people I see with already have taken some steps, but are not like fully invested into it, just because they are still asking feedback or input from the wrong people. Not people who are like have bad intentions, but just people who are on a different path, who are doing something else, and then they're asking feedback from them, or they're looking for their opinion, and keeps them hesitating, keeps them in a constant state of hesitation. And that's, I think, for those people, it's very good. So start believing in yourself, and also like taking a moment to analyze your thoughts, let them just flow, and then you really you can really find your belief, or your resilience. So I think for those people, it's the best.
Thank you. So now what I want to add on top of that, because we could actually stop here, but you made me think about something. When I was younger and I started to, tiptoe into entrepreneurship, I would always go back to my big brother, waiting for because he's my big brother. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And we will sometimes have friction in our conversations, because I wouldn't understand why he's advising me what he's advising, or when I would do the opposite of what he would suggest me, he wouldn't understand. But the thing is, even me, I didn't know what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So what you just described, the way I understand it is, we all have an inner guidance system, right? But in order to really be connected to it, you have to pause all the noise that are outside and go deep inside to reconnect yourself with that guidance that knows more than anyone else, more than your mom, more than your dad, what's gonna make you happy.
Exactly.
And when you meditate long enough, every single day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you actually create that momentum, just like with push-ups, right? Like if you keep going to the gym 3 times a week, every week, after 5, 6, 7 weeks, you are already building that momentum. Now, if you stop for 2 weeks, you can still go back, but you will be on a different momentum than if you had continued during those 2 weeks that you stopped.
Yeah.
So what happened actually during meditation is that every single person is building the momentum of that connection with the inner guidance. And that's why all of a sudden, when you're about to leave the co-working space, instead of going to see your brother or your mom or your dad like you wanted to, you have this urge that comes and say, go buy a notebook. You didn't plan it. It just arrived to you as a strong thought. And all of a sudden, before going to see your mom, you go there. And when you go to buy that book, you actually see a colleague or a classmate that you didn't see for 2 years. And then fast forward, you go on a drink, and then boom, that thing that you've been wanting actually happens through something that you never planned. Because the universe is connected to everything everywhere. Yeah. Does it resonate? Does it make sense?
It definitely resonates. I think it's we are in like a definitely our generation is like in a constant overload of information. So you are constantly flooded by information online, offline. People are constantly worrying about what is going on in the world and worrying about what are other people doing. And there's like definitely for people who are not religious, there's not a single moment in your day that you consciously decide to not take in any information.
And that's deep, huh?
Yeah. So that's that's also, yeah, that's why I really loved it to have like just that one moment every day to really not think about anything. Think it's something we unconsciously like only have, like for example when we're cooking or when we're exercising or when we're I think how many people are like walk or take the bike without their headphones any at this time, or people in their car are also listening to something, or so like constantly overloaded with some input. And yeah, that's why the meditation has been really nice, and I really want to pick it up again.
Amazing, man. Thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the bootcamp. It was very nice.
Amazing.